Hi, how y'all doing? It is August the 28th, 2025. It's Thursday. Here in Ontario, Canada, the skies are cloud covered. It was raining throughout the night, and for a couple of hours today, and the rise is stopped for now. The clouds haven't moved over. The sun is trying to shine through, so that's our weather, right? High of what did they say, 17 today? Or is that 17 again, folks? The Schuman was 15 yesterday, so up a little bit from the day before. I woke up with my ears ringing loudly, so I think it's rising again. Um, what I do yesterday? Nothing. I've been on a pause. The universe isolated me again. Lots of icky sensations in my body, right? My shoulders, my spine, my root chakra, my feet, my legs, my hips, stuff like that. Lots of pressure in the third eye. Right? The last couple of days I've needed to lay down in the afternoon, have a wee nap, right? So, exhaustion. But that's okay. It's all part of this ascension, right? And the symptoms. Have you ever heard of the George Washington Challenge? It's in the Masonic Temple in the States. It's a thing where they said, the invaders, that, well, they're minions, we should say, uh, that give them 200 years and they'd make the people of America forget where they came from and who they are. That they're all melanated people before we got invaded by all the colonialists, the missionaries, the incubator babies, right? They did a pretty good job, but there's some people that still remember. And that's why a lot of truth is coming out about this. It's upsetting a lot of the Native American Indians or the Native Indigenous community, right? Because it throws their history all out of whack, too, right? I don't see why it matters who was here first, whose country it, well, it matters, right? Because we were invaded. But why get angry about it when you showed the truth and everything you were taught was a lie? You need to do more research, right? It's just my way of thinking about it. I know what resonates with me. I do, and it doesn't make me angry at all. So, yeah, that's a thing, I suppose, isn't it? Oh, you know that three eye atlas that is coming in, right? Well, it's a psyop. I just, I've been thinking this. I just watched Tarot Card Reader pull on it, and I resonated with her information. I haven't been resonating with a lot of tarot readers lately, right? But this one I resonated with. And I was like, of course it's a psyop, right? Because space is out there past the ice wall, you know, under the ocean, stuff like that. It's not up there, but it's an energy that they're bringing in to open the crown chakra more, to wake more people up, right? So, yeah, should have known that because it's in the news, and we know what the news does, don't we, folks? It lies. So why would they tell you anything, especially if it comes from NASA and all those cronies, minions, right? You gotta think about that every time you hear something like that about space or anything on the news. So just like those rabbits that are growing horns out of their faces, right? You know what I mean? Nah, they're trying to scare you. I was talking to my vac son about it, and he said it's like a parasite or something that they get, a fungal infection, right? So, yeah, I don't believe anything the news says, nothing at all, nada. It'd be hard pressed to get me to believe anything. If they're planning to use the news for a disclosure, it's not going to work on me because I won't watch it and I won't believe them, right? That's how it goes. When you know everything's a lie and you've been lied to your whole life and your lifetimes, right? In your past lives, well, you choose not to believe anything now, wouldn't you? You know? I said the Schuman was at 15. Oh, there's an energy in the last week of August. I was telling my friend Tash, she stopped over last night for a little bit, right? She's been feeling the same way I have, isolating, not having any energy, sleeping in the afternoon, having to have a nap, right? Just doing the bare necessity, what you gotta do, right? So this energy we've been going through the past week has been difficult on her as well, and she's 20 years younger than I am, right? But I was telling her that there's an energy. We're electromagnetic beings. Our auras are powerful right now. They're so full of protons, right? That is very open. And it's a good idea not to let anybody touch you until the end of the month. Not even brush up against you when you're walking past them, right? Because if they haven't healed themselves, right, they can put that energy onto you and have you stuck in September when September rolls around, because we got an eclipse coming too on, I think it's the 7th, right? So, yeah, just don't touch anybody. It's not that hard. Not for me anyway. Well, it is. I like to hug, but I'm aware, so I won't be doing that, you know? I could wait till September. I guess the 31st it'll be okay. So, well, it's just a thing, a spiritual thing. Listen or don't. It's up to you, right? But it's about protecting your energy. My side is all tight, eh? That's why I'm sitting like that. Oh, I gotta force it down. I'm feeling icky. My spine's feeling icky again today. Lots of pressure. Like I said, ears ringing, foot tight. But at least the last 2 nights it hasn't cramped up when I'm going to sleep. So that's a good thing, right? It is, because it's so uncomfortable. My second son called me last night around 8:30, something like that. And to tell me he got in an accident, and he wanted to tell me so I didn't hear it from somebody else, right? So I appreciate it, you know? And it was a fender bender. Everybody was fine, right? Just damage to his car. He had a truck turning, right? Not paying attention, I suppose. Did a mistake, right? So I said, stop that and make sure you make it, your take is good next time, right? And he was like, yeah, I know. And there was a man sitting with him, right? I guess he's new to the building my son lives in. And he said to me, hey, Mom, I want you to talk to this guy. He's like, remember you said to find you a good man here? Talk to him, right? Made me guess how old he was and all this stuff, right? Turns out the man's 51 years old. I was like, oh, yeah. And not vaxxed, right? And I was like, cool. But yeah, we just three-way chatted for a little bit. It was funny. My son was had me laughing so much, right? I was just laughing, laughing, laughing. And he was like, I'm happy I made you laugh, Mom. I said, yeah. I said, because you're a mama's boy. I said, and it's a good thing, you know. I said, I remember when you were little kids, you'd be like, Mom, Mom, watch me do this. Watch, watch. And, you know, every time they had to do something, a new trick or something, right? A risk that they were taking, they wanted me to pay attention, you know. So that's why he enjoyed making me laugh, right? That was cute. That was sweet. So yeah, I had a good conversation with him. Talked so much, laughing so much, I started losing my voice again, right? It's doing this weird thing again. I think it's because my muscles are too tight. I don't know. But yeah, first quarter's coming up. I'm not sure. Friday, Saturday. something like that. So another change of energy. But we'll get through this one too. We've gotten through so many, haven't we? We have seen chickadees, 2 chickadees in my tree yesterday. More communication. That's 4 birds in total in the last, 3 days? So yeah. Still quiet. It's been very quiet in the hood the last couple of days. I think it's because a lot of people are feeling the energy that I'm feeling. Right? Deep rest. Everybody needs deep rest. From what we just went through with all this energy there last week. But I believe there's more coming, folks. I do. It hasn't stopped yet. So, laugh. It's a good way to ground, too. It's really some of the dirty electric energy, you know? At least the AC's off now, so I'm not being polluted by it because it irritates the skin, makes you itchy, stuff. Just affects your lungs in a different way. It's not good. But yeah, we've been taught to stay inside, haven't we? So we haven't acclimated to the weather on the outside. But, all right. I didn't make a video yesterday. My son... Why didn't I make a video? He went to work. I just didn't feel like it. I was deep resting. Right? I was in deep rest. All right. Every day, we're stronger than the day before. Every day, we have more wisdom than the day before. And every day, we have more gratitude than the day before. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.